Belonging somewhere is being able to bring your whole self to that space.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion means actively creating an environment where everyone can succeed regardless of their backgrounds or identities.
I think it also means encouraging diverse thought, which I think is a key part of scientific discovery and the nature of what we're doing here in the biological sciences divisions.
The word that comes to my mind is just breadth. The breadth of expression, the breadth of experiences. If we're creating a space, it has to be intentional.
If we're fair and equitable in the way that we attract and appoint and develop and promote individuals and equip them to be, great within the organization, that type of inclusive, equitable environment is really what unlocks the talent that allows us to do the things that we aim to do.
There's an expectation that everybody brings with them their own unique perspective, background, and unique needs and accommodations, and that's not only expected, but it's valued.
As a med student, I think it's so important for our patients to be able to see themselves in us and know that we come from a diverse group of experiences that we're able to bring to the table to help advocate for their needs.
There's a huge emphasis on wanting to ensure that the physician workforce complements the diversity that is seen in the patient population, because there's a lot of data that shows that when patients see physicians who look like them, there's greater outcomes, there's greater trust, there's greater shared decision making.
The Office of Diversity and Inclusion is divided up into 4 pillars of action. The 4 pillars that we organize our action around are history and context, people, climate, and infrastructure.
We sort of start the conversation often with the end of the story. Let's think about implicit bias. Let's think about affirmative action. Let's think about fill in the blank. But the problem is, if we don't really understand the origin of that conversation, then the work happens in half measures.
It's doing the work that needs to be done, but there's principles at stake here, fairness and justice, and we sort of have to work towards those things.
We got together and created this mission, vision, and values: embrace curiosity, commit to excellence, embody equity, grow together, make a difference, and take ownership. And those 6 values really speak to the division that can support diversity, equity, and inclusion. All those things are about bringing the latest research and education and patient care to our folks on the South Side and our learners and researchers.
The mission, vision, values end up forming this kind of platform for us to do the important work that goes ahead. Making a strategic plan for the BSD, for the Pritzker School of Medicine, and for the health system. We have to be able to come back to these core values and understand what they are when we make the elevated and easy choices that we're so excited about, and also when we have to come back and make difficult choices.
The goal here is to diversify and maximize the diversity of the different identities that we have in the BSD and ensure that everyone is able to bring their full selves to the work.
As a Latina, as a first-generation person, a farm town kid, an immigrant, I want to be able to bring all of those identities to the work that I do here.
I think as an individual, being able to collaborate has made it feel more inclusive just broadly beyond our department, in the sense that we're all working towards the same goal, which in fact makes me feel a more inclusive environment.
To see others in leadership positions around our institution in BSD doing sort of the same things that I'm doing and struggling with the same things and having successes that I can look forward to achieving as well was really helpful in terms of finding that camaraderie and support.
There's been a huge focus and effort given my platform as faculty here at the University of Chicago to try to make a difference and help as many people as I can. And I'm just so glad and so fortunate that I'm not the only one, and the efforts with the BSD has really united a number of different efforts in different departments.
The BSD, a place for us.
The BSD. The BSD.
The BSD.
A place for us.
The BSD.
The BSD.
The BSD.
A place for us.
The BSD.
A place for us.